And we're very close to a third world war, and don't kid yourself, because they are laughing, but they're not laughing too much. You're a little worried about a certain person winning the election.
I've come to realize that, we've been judging Donald Trump by civilian standards for so long. Oh my God, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he said that. But, Donald Trump is a criminal. He's always been a criminal. He speaks the language of the criminal. He's always ducking and diving and dodging. He can't speak directly. He purposely tries not to leave a trail of evidence in his language. But at the same time, he sees America through the lens of a felon, now a convicted felon, whether it be for fraud or whether it be for rape or whether it be for seeking to overturn a legitimate US election. These are not small crimes, but Trump has been avoiding the law his whole life. He's always been somebody who famously doesn't pay contractors. They're always suing him. Criminality goes through every single thing that he touches and through every pore in his skin and vein in his body. And then we have Kamala Harris, a law enforcer, a former prosecutor, a district attorney, somebody who has spent a lifetime going after people like Donald Trump. And Kamala Harris has made that point in her rally speeches that she knows his type. And that is why I think it's important for all of us to start to remember that Donald Trump is not a regular person. He is not a law-abiding citizen. He is a tax avoider. He is the type of person who will do anything to get away with not paying.
With another country that's friendly to us or even not friendly to us, you're not going to do business in the United States and we're going to charge you 100% tariffs.
It seems the only person he did pay the agreed amount to was the adult entertainment star Stormy Daniels, to the tune of $130,000 to buy her silence so that he could get himself elected as president in 2016. And so this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with two very different visions for America, but we're also dealing with the felon versus the prosecutor. And, whilst we've heard that now has become part of the coverage, I think it's important for us to really look and see what that means, because it's not just about calling Donald Trump a felon. It's not just because of these 34 counts of felony convictions. It's a whole lifetime of criminality. It's not as if he's just been found out for one small thing. It is a lifetime in multiple jurisdictions, from business fraud, and of course, Alan Weisselberg, his former CFO, has really taken the flak for those crimes, even though it was Donald Trump directing it and at the top. And Michael Cohen, as we know, his former personal lawyer and fixer, he did the time for Donald Trump. Yet again, it's other people taking the flak for Donald Trump. Donald Trump permanently on the run, and now, as we all know, the only reason that he needs to win the presidency from his perspective is because he doesn't want to go to prison. Because he is a coward, and because somehow he's always managed to evade the law. And that's why he's so scared of Kamala Harris. That's why he's so terrified of this matchup. That's why he's so furious about Joe Biden stepping aside to make room for a former prosecutor. Because he does not like to face prosecutors, whether it be on the presidential stage or even in his business life or personal life, facing prosecutors as he has in the dock. And so Donald Trump, somebody who lies through his teeth at every opportunity, that's why he gets on with these dictators. That's why he feels a certain synergy with people that we consider to be enemies of the state. Trump is an enemy of the state running for president. It is still shocking to me that he is even allowed to be on the ballot, considering that he tried to overturn the election in 2020 and brought about a coup and a riot at the US Capitol. Everybody watched it happen. Everybody saw it on television. We do not need a judge and a jury to tell us what we saw with our own eyes. And so Donald Trump is deteriorating. in terms of the energy that he has for this, in terms of his ability to stay on message when he's making his rally speeches.
I think they got it wrong. Putin actually said, if you weren't strong, I'd like to find out how bad would you be if you were strong, because you were brutal. But, I got along with him. It's good to get along with these countries. I got along with China.
He is now standing behind bulletproof glass after the attempted assassination on his life. Fuel up with Factor's no prep, no mess meals delivered straight to your door. Meet your wellness goals with chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never-frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great-tasting meals. With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. Make your day delicious. From breakfast to dessert, stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. Head to factormeals.com/5minute50 and use code 5minute50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box. That's code 5minute50 at factormeals.com/5minute50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box while your subscription is active. He is a withering candidate as well as an illegitimate candidate, and all the while Kamala Harris continues to rise like a phoenix, and people recognize that, and even Republicans recognize, that Donald Trump is a clear and present danger, and to have him anywhere near the White House, let alone the nuclear codes, would be devastating for America.
But the voters will hold Kamala and Joe accountable for this November when I take office, and they're going to be held accountable for what they've done to this country.
So when Trump talks about World War III, and remember, he's always projecting, what he's saying, as I translate it, is that if he was to be elected president, the risk of World War III is far more likely, because he is the one who sees America as the enemy, because America is after him, because he is a felon. To him, America, the FBI, the judiciary, the DOJ, America is his enemy. And if you look at the court filings, it's often Donald J. Trump versus the United States. That's who we're dealing with. And to have somebody who sees the institutions that keep us safe as the enemy and wants to bring them down, to crash and burn the FBI and the judiciary and these institutions that protect America, you have to be very careful what you wish for. And so it is thrilling to see Republicans, as they did last night at the DNC, come out and stand up for America. This is not just a choice between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. This is not about these individuals. It's the representation of Kamala Harris representing freedom and democracy, standing behind these institutions that keep us safe.
People from every corner of our country and every walk of life are here, united by our shared vision for the future of our country. And this November, we will come together and declare with one voice, as one people, we are moving forward.
Donald Trump chooses Vladimir Putin to side with.
The president or prime minister or dictator or whoever the hell is running the country says to me, sir, we won't go to war. I talked this world out of a lot of wars.
This is the legacy of Trumpism. This is what we are left with. Him being the instigator of the reversal of Roe versus Wade. That is the pox that still hangs over America, courtesy of Donald J. Trump.
I will ask for the resignations of every single senior military official who touched the Afghanistan disaster. I want their resignations immediately.
Everything he touches turns to shit. And we do not want that for our country.
Guided by our love of country, knowing we all have so much more in common than what separates us, let us fight for the ideals we hold dear, and let us always remember, when we fight, we win.
I'm Anthony Davis. You can catch me on the 5 Minute News YouTube channel and podcast, on Wednesdays co-hosting Uncovered, and on Sunday on The Weekend Show with Midas Touch.